my gosh, it's strange. And the simple words is you
Yeah,
forget in the time to talk.
and it's crazy. Sometimes I cannot
Yeah.
believe that. But now we're live on YouTube, and as always, we're starting introducing ourselves so we can know a little bit more about each other. So go ahead, what can you share about yourself?
Okay. I don't know if I have more with share about myself, but it's okay. I'm Rosalia, 56 years old. I love to study new language. I'm trying to study French now, but I'm a little late. I don't know. It's important because when I start to study English, then I start to study another. I study in Spanish. Then for a while, I had made sometimes for months. I think in French. Then I stopped because I feel that it's not important because I don't know why. You need to have some goals to achieve. Then in French, I don't have this belief. I have two children, and now I'm with my husband at the home because they are my son are traveling and my daughter live alone, and we are on together. Then, oh my gosh, I'm thinking that my son will move on for other city, and we'll stay alone together. I love this time only with my husband because it's different. Since she was married, after this I have my children. Then never we stay together anymore. Then now is another stage of my our life. You are enjoy together this time. I'm loving this time. Yeah, that's it.
That's very nice. And how are you dealing with this? Like children getting living their lives?
Yeah, at the beginning it's so difficult because you feel like empathy ninho vazio. I don't know how can I say it. At the beginning, it was so difficult. When my daughter get married, I stay more or less a week praying, crying, pray for her all the time because I think it's not uh, enough because I needed her with me. Then I needed to use to live without. Then it was a little strange at the beginning. Then when my son move on, it was a little different because I used to stay without my daughter. Then I was a little prepared to stay without him. Then I don't know, it's different. Then now when it's happening again, I feel a little it's okay. But that is one thing that I was talking yesterday with the people with them. Then I am at the moment I need to decide if I continue with and take care about the then or simple get get on your life. Your hand, I don't know, eu solto suas mãos, I don't because sometimes I feel they are living your life. It's okay. It's a great thing that had happened because I was all the time praying for that because they follow your life. But now they model me, my daughter, for example. If I don't send some messages, she forget to send some message like 1 month or I don't know without know what happened in your life. Then I said for my husband, I think that now that's time to go your go on your hand left then to follow your life when they feel I don't know, they wanna miss us, then they will send some message, go at the home.
Yeah, that's interesting seeing from this perspective. But it's great, like having this support if they need. They
Yeah.
can call you. They know they can call
Yeah.
you. That's important. And yeah, about me, I'm Mel Tavares. I'm from São Paulo, capital. I like to study languages. I love traveling. I love learning new things, and I intend to have to I don't know to travel more. And I love pets. I love animals, especially dogs. And that's it about me. Anything more special to compare with you? No, but
Yeah.
talking some things about the platform. Here, Talking Talk is a platform where we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Mandarin. And here's a safe place to make mistakes, so we're not here to judge anybody, as you know. And we're here to practice to be understood. So, as I said before, Luana couldn't be here today, but the theme of the conversation is sorrow and relationship. So I already put the questions on the chat, and so we can start the conversation. And just to remind you, this is a conversation especially for beginners. So if we need to speak in Portuguese, that's totally fine. But if that's only in English, no problem. So that's even better. So, about the first question, how do you think sorrow affects the dynamics of a relationship?
Um, I don't know. I think it's so hard to support this time because when the people had this feeling, it's difficult to share the feelings. It's difficult to open your heart. Then in this moment, I think affects so much the dynamic of the relationship because if the other part of partner don't know what's happened. It's difficult to support because they need to talk about it. They need to let others to support because when the people are feeling so much sorrow, it's difficult to accept other support. Then in this moment affects so much the dynamics.
Yeah, and as you said, like if the person, I believe that if the person doesn't want help, there's any help that will be able to change them or to make a change, to make a difference, to really help them. So they need to be open for that opportunity of receiving help so that they can improve this. And as you also said about it's difficult being in contact with them because they don't share things, so we cannot know what is happening. And if we're on the no, that's not the same expression. But if we don't know anything about them, what they are going through, it's so complicated to say. And how would you deal? Like, not a best action, best question. Have you ever went through a situation like that?
I already yes because my mom when my father uh passed away, she start with the time without thinking nothing, only to think your period. I don't know. It's our loss too because it's our father, but we start our marriage sometime because we are in eight children, siblings. Then was with her only three more three, but they are start your career, they are start other parts of your life. It's okay. My father, we miss a lot our father, but they were in another stage of life. Then she was feel alone. It was so difficult. She started to feel depressed, something that it's difficult. You knew what had happened, but it's difficult to talk to her because she was so. Your sorrow was in. I don't know. It's difficult to talk with, but it was more or less 3 years. Then she started to talk. She started to leave. She started to go out. Then this changed a little bit, but it was 13 years, she started to forget because she was 48 when my father passed away. Then it was a hard part in our life to to lead with this. But it's life. You need to go on. You need to start again. You need to little by little. It's not so quick, but you need to accept that because the life go on. You need to go. And my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law, 3 years ago, she had AVC. Then it was terrible. Not since today because she don't accept that yet. And then it's terrible because when you are there, uh, I don't like to go there anymore because I need to go to help her, but with 2 months you need to go there. You go there because in another city it's 600 kilometers. It's not s- so close, but it's hard because I stay there for 3 days. It's like I am a month already because she always the time complain about your stage, about your, oh my gosh. I know it's not easy because she is a person so uh oh my gosh, strong. Then now need to stay sitting all the time. She have some difficulties to walk. Then I know it's not easy to accept, but you need help. You need to accept help. Then all the time she has complained about everything that my father-in-law was doing. At the beginning, my father-in-law didn't know nothing about the take care how the house, the chores at house. Then now he had learned something, but she all the time I complain about this. It's difficult because I know she needs to pass for this sorrow, she needs to pass for this time, but it's not easy for other around.
Yeah, I totally agree with you at that point. And I'd say after going through a situation like this, a deep situation of a loss of a person, something like that, or you know, that could be really, really stressful for the person. And as you said, it's important to go through this process. Of course, it's not easy. It's not something great to deal, especially for those around, because they don't know what is happening exactly and how they can help them. But it's important for us to have the mentality of understanding and accepting, even though it can be hard, it can take time, no doubt about it. But the life goes on, as you said. So there are some cultures that I see nowadays. The people festejam the past when a person passed away
Yeah.
because they see it as a with great eyes. And I think maybe not that way, but we could learn something from this, like not to see things how to remember to miss them, but to see the great things, to remember the great things that they used to do, not to remember the bad part of it, because that can be really, really bad. And yeah, but it affects a lot. And in my case, I think kind of people close to me and kind of me because of a pet that's what is not here anymore. So, and they were everything for me. So that was really kind of this case. But after that, I saw it as an opportunity to do better with others, to help others, dogs too. And that was the what I learned from the situation, basically. And
Mhm.
about the second question, can going through sorrow together strengthen a relationship, or why not? Do you think?
Yeah, I really believe that when the partner support the other to pass for this part, to understand, to try to understand, don't only to go on when when this person starts to feel this uh because it's not all the time when the people have this feeling. It's not all the time, but sometimes start to feeling this, then they need to have the support. because they are trying to go on to continue your life, but sometimes you remember, sometimes it's bringing your mind again. They need to have some support. The other part needs to stop and realize what had happened, because if it's to the birds are angry or don't don't have the patience, I think it's impossible to support this time. And when they have this collaboration, you can you can see that I think the relationship become more stronger. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with you. And at this point, I believe that there can be both situations, like that can strengthen, I don't know how to pronounce that, or that can, break that, or not break, but fragilizar, because
yeah,
they don't have this contact anymore. If the person, I don't know, finds a way to, the only way that the person finds to deal with the frustration, with the loss, anything like that, is to be down on your own. So that can be really stressful. And of course, they don't remember that they have somebody with them, because the person is always suffering together too.
yeah,
But if they don't see they are needed, they are helpful in any way, they are going to, of course, that depends, as I said, but they can leave, the person, because they are not being used for not being used, but they are not needed in the other person's life. So that can be really frustrating when we see, okay, I'm going through this situation, but somebody left me, and because I
yeah,
didn't give them enough attention, and they thought maybe I wasn't happy with them anymore, so they just left me, and now it's me and me. So that can be really, really a bad situation, but mainly stronger when both understand, okay, we
yeah,
need to go through this together, even though we have our own emotions, we have our own space, but it's important still to keep everything together so we don't lose this contact and miss anything that we can enjoy, I'd say. And about the third question, I think, what are some healthy ways to support a partner who is going through sorrow? Well, I think it depends of the person, because there are people that just don't want to see anybody, and there are people who tries to do other things to distract them from the fact that happened. I knew a while ago that sometimes they can be really not aggressive, but they can, be at their picos of something. They are thinking too much about it, and the only thing they need is something to annoy them to explode, because the whole situation, and it's not even with you, but the whole situation brings back so much emotion and things and feelings, and they basically explode. I know that happened a while ago, and not with me, but with a close person. So that can be really supportive in these moments, these hard moments, these difficult moments, just to understand the person, because of course that can be bad, sad for you too, but maybe that wasn't too bad as it was for the other person. So just try to understand this. Each person has their own way to deal with things, and if we can help, I'll try help. But if the person just needs some time, that's what I'm going to do. And that's people, I think people usually need just take some time without pessoa grudenta, always asking something, needing something. No, let them leave this and go through this by themselves. And of course, showing the support always. And how about you?
yeah. Totally agree with you. But I think if you are there all the time, that you put the other part of the partners knowing that you are there, you can support the uh because you are there all the time. When other needs, you are there only to stay there. If the other part are so how can I say? It's not only sorrow, tristeza. In this moment, I'm feeling a lack feeling. I don't know. Then you are there to support them, to talk. If a other party wanna talk, you are there to listen to, but no criticize, criticar. Because I know sometimes the feeling of the other is not so big. You can say, "Oh my God, it's not so big to feel this," because so many people had passed for that. But it's your moment. This moment you are feeling don't matter what the other had passed. It's your moment. This now. Then you are there to support. And when the other accept a hug, put your other to to think that you are there to with this feeling, because it's terrible, I think, to feel you are alone in this moment, because if in this moment you don't have other to understand, when you had the pass through for that, you don't want to stay with the person anymore, because you are remember this time it's difficult to forget. Then you need to stay together to pass through, listen to are there to support, to listen to, trying to go with her, to invite you to go to walk, to do other things. uh so far this feeling. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
I agree with you. Just being there, you don't even have
Yeah.
to do anything but to show them that you're there,
Yeah.
basically. That's interesting. A great point of view. And about the next question, can you read it and answer?
Number four. Do you believe that unresolved sorrow can create distance in a relationship? I think it's more about that I had said. It's to have something when this moment you are feeling so many sorrow, if the other doesn't understand, it's difficult to forget this time. Then if you don't resolve this, it's difficult to be continued because you are remember all the time. Then you need to resolve. So, don't matter what happened, you need to talk about. Don't matter if you are talking about this, you are start fight, because you need to solve. Don't matter if you fight, you start a new problem, because you need to solve this problem to solve another. You create a problem to solve another, but you need to talk about.
Yeah, and do you think like being part of a group, I don't know, just being in contact with people through the same who are going through the same situation can help or not? Because that can bring, you know, one can make the other cry because they are remember things. How do you think it is?
At the beginning, I think it will be difficult, but it's so important to make part of a group that had going through the same problem, because I remember a time when I was a little bit depressed. Then I started thinking about something that I was having some problem. Then I had a program that I liked so much to Casa de Família. I don't know why, but when I start to watch the people had so many problems, then it's like I don't have a problem. Only I needed to fix some points. Then it's like to compare your problem with the other. Then other maybe had some paths to follow to solve the problem. Then you can follow this path. You can start to, yeah, other paths to follow. Then I think it's so important to make part of the group. People had to go through the same problem.
Yeah, I do believe like that too. And something interesting related to what you said, I believe that, for example, if we find I don't know a disease, I don't know a deep thing, like
Yeah.
something that we cannot change, like it's like different because after no before we had many problems during the daily life, but when we find we have, something really specific like cancer, I don't know, things like that, we only have this problem because
Yeah.
we only focus on this. And that's why it's so important for us to take care of ourselves and to really pay attention to this health, to our mentality, to our health care, and not only the about the body but the mindset, the things that we believe, the things that we consume in general, that can affect the way that we deal with things. And I do believe that unsolved sorrow can create distance in a relationship, friendships. And that's why I think, especially, of course, talking about these
Yeah.
friendships that can break easily, more easily, because they are not so too close. But talking about these really relationships that can be a problem, not to solve anything, I'd say everything should be solved as soon as we look up a problem, so that we don't have these bad or false expectations over the other, and we can really have a great conversation about what is happening, truly happening. Yeah.
Yeah. First, I was thinking about what you are saying. There is a time I had some example about that. I had a time that I was frequent psychology. Then one day he said, "Your problem have some solution or is not anymore?" Then I said, "Yes, had solution." Then it's okay. We can find the way to solve this, to find the solution together. Then always when I start to feel some depressed, something like this, then I think my problem had solution or not. Then it's okay because uh, only thing that it had no solution is giant. Then you need to try to find a solution. If there is no solution, it's okay, but it's our problem had solution. Uh, and I believe that it's so important to have some communication. Have you need to talking about how you are passing at the moment that you are feeling. It's impossible to talking about because you don't want to talk. You don't want to uh, solu solve the problem in this moment. You wanna feel that because you think your feeling is so important. In this moment, you need to feel it. You need to stay alone. You need to cry. You need to do everything. Other don't matter. Only you're feeling this moment. But you need to think about this because the life go on. You have family. You have other around you, then in this moment, it's communication. It's so important. The another part in your relationship needs to be aware of this. You need to stay there only to show that you can be there when, yeah. I don't know if I answer your question because I was thinking another thing.
Yeah, I do believe, I agree with you. That's a great point that you said. And I want to know now more from the, I never remember, psychologist, about this that you mentioned. It. Do you think it can help? It helped you? So do you think everybody should do that?
Yeah.
Because I never had this opportunity to do that. And I think a lot, like, if I'm good, great, now I think I can be much better with this help about understanding some things from the past, for example, or about the future. How was that for you, that experience?
With psychology,
Yeah.
yeah, I had gone to psychology was I think two time. I think it was twice because after when you are going to a psychologist, a professional, then I think sometime you need to go there 1 year, 2 years. But when this psychologist say some phrase, you already keep this phrase and you don't need to go anymore. I remember the last time that I had gone to a psychology, I was more or less 2 months going there. Then she said for me, Rosalia, you need to see another person in the highway, suba no salto para olhar as pessoas, tipo, like this. But I understood that I need to feel more in myself, to believe more myself. Don't matter another person, don't matter what they are thinking about, or don't matter what they think about me, or my problem is my. I need to solve my problem. If I had how solve this, it's okay. Like the other said, your problem had solution, then it's okay. Then never, I didn't go anymore in the psychology because I already understood what I need to do. Then always when I feel something like depressed, remember this two phrase: suba no salto and your problem have solution. Then it's okay. Then I always said the psychology need to feel, need to think about the phrase because your patient, when keep this already, já está curado. I don't know how can I say it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And these moments, I'd say, even though I didn't have this opportunity yet, and I believe I'll do that someday, but it's great when we have these moments of one sentence can change our
Yeah.
vision, our perception about things. And that's really interesting to think about this, because sometimes we are so into the problem that we are not seeing the solution, but we need somebody from a different perspective to tell to us, to tell us what we can do, or not the solution itself, but to give you some tools to, or information to you, for you to create the solution of the situation.
Mhm.
So that can be really interesting. And about number six, I do believe that people, personal sorrow can impact the ability to of communication with other people, especially because after right after going through a bad situation, a deep situation like a loss of somebody, we are thinking too much about them, and maybe we don't feel the necessity to get to know different people, for example. So you always think about that specific person or that specific pet, for example, and that can be challenging for you because you need to move on. But it seems like every person who seems like the person is going to make you remember about them, and you're getting into tears. So that can be really frustrating when getting to know different people after this specific moment. But that is healable. I don't know.
Yeah.
That
But
can be. Oh.
okay, go on. Sorry.
No, yeah, that can be healed.
But you need to remember because it's not you never will forget. Like my father, it's like 33 years he had passed away. But our you remember you're talking about like it's like my father was there because our we said my father say it's not my father said or falava something like this. It's like you need to remember the good moments together. Then it's not to forget, only to remember the good moments.
Yeah, and do you feel like it impacts somehow, or getting to know a person that looks like physically with that
No,
person?
no, no, no. It's not look like Fiski, but always we remember like say, it's like my father said. It's like my father said. All the time you are talking about this. It's like my father had to go away, but pass away, but it's like I are here because you remember the good moments, the good device, the good thing that he had make for us. Like
Yeah.
that.
And about number eight, can you read it and
Mhm.
answer?
How can a relationship heal after both partner experience shared sorrow, like a major loss? Oh my gosh, it's like loss a children, for example. Thank you, God, because I never had this experience. In my family, only my youngest brother had this experience because he had a daughter uh, with 6 months, more or less. Then she is born in 6 months and 200 grams. And it was terrible. He stayed 15 days in the hospital, waiting for being better, but it was impossible. She had died. Then they, since today, he remember the day of your birthday, the day with they had lost her, but they didn't have this support. They didn't support it together because your wife didn't accept anymore, didn't and had another children, another daughter. It's a problem because my daughter is special. My niece is special, needs help is all the time. She didn't walk, need to use a chair for Rose chair. And my youngest brother accepted it. It's for him. Then your mother, your his wife go away, and he accepted this for him. But since today, always he remembered the another daughter had lost that the daughter that had lost, but they didn't support together. Then had apart, and nowadays he take care about the daughter, and she had married again. But when they can support together, the relationship become more stronger because they are feeling the same. Because the loss was for both. It's not for the mother. It's not for the father only. For it's just for together need to support in this moment. I don't know how to support it. I can feel how is it because I never had passed for that, and I hope it's not happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say one of the main things, the worst thing that can happen is about losing a child.
Yeah.
That can be really heartbreaking, and as we were saying, that can be really difficult talking about this if the parents are not don't get along together with this situation. So we
Yeah.
need to accept, and that can be something really difficult for the, especially if, no, for the parents to accept, because it's not something, um it's not something, tá, eu sei que isso aconteceu, but it's more than that. You know,
Yeah.
it's deep inside. We need to really accept about our expectations that we had, you know, all of the history that we get from this, and that can be really really bad, because the whole process of nature is, you
Yeah.
know, to see your parents, no, no, but
Yeah.
that can be, that can be bad. And but I don't think I have any situation like that to share. What I think about this situation that you just mentioned it is about if they got together, do you think that could be, that could be more useful, or no, the estava insustentável because of that? Do you think they could have done more or not?
My relatives.
Yeah.
The, no, it's not be together anymore. That is, if they could stay together, I think this could be a good thing because the other daughter needs to so much the mother in this moment needs so much your mother, but your mother is that far away. Then it I don't know if they are together, it will be a good thing today because they maybe can fight all the time because when they don't have feelings to stay together, it's impossible to stay, even for one child, because if you stay together only because of the children, I think it's not a good idea, because your children, you realize that because they don't have love anymore. It's impossible, because it's not easy to stay together loving. Imagine it without love. Then I don't believe that the couple stay together only because the children.
Yeah, I don't even know what's worse for
Yeah,
the child, because if they the parents being together, but they can feel like a burden for them. Just they are here because of me. If I wasn't here, they would have been somewhere else, doing different things, and that's what they wanted to do or to be. But you have another immersion right after this one, right?
yeah, I have at 8.
Nate. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's it. If they could be together, that would be great. But for the kids, if that wouldn't be real, I'd say that's the best option, not to be together,
yeah.
because they don't feel like they are being a weight to their parents. And that's it. So we can finish now. I know you always get out at 10 minutes before, and that's okay. So thank you very much for being here. That was a pleasure, and I hope to see you again anytime.
Thank you.
You.